So I wanted to do troubleshooting part 2. Last time I did one on Xander Schauffele, and this time I want to do it on Ricky Fowler. So this is a swing he made at the Colonial. He actually hit the shot well to the left, way left actually. I want to show you what I think went wrong. And this is, I think, something you want to do is learn to troubleshoot your swing. Okay, so good setup right there. Now, the camera angle is a little bit off. So I typically like it right opposite the hands. But this is a little forward, so it's going to make his ball position look a little more back than it really is. So when you send me your video in for an analysis, make sure that camera is opposite the hands in the face on and also down the line. Okay, so good width of stance. He's got a very powerful swing. Let's see what's going on right here. Okay, he's going to take it back. Now, he's got this little kind of move off it to start his swing. Now, he hovers the club, but you can see his head's moved really almost before the club went back, kind of this little sway to the right. I'm not crazy about that move. You got to get back your head back into position, but he's got, great width, just great swing with Ricky over the years. Continues to get better, in my opinion. Hinging his wrist right here, great width. And his angle of his back is away from the target. So that's good for a driver trying to hit up on it. That's good. A+. Getting to the top right here, just great shoulder turn, not much hip turn. He's very athletic, so he can do that. That's excellent. Not saying that you have to do that. If you feel like you need more hip turn to get the club back, especially as you get a little older like myself, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, now, first move down, this is what's critical. And notice how much he's just rotated his hips. So, I'll swing him back real quick. This is where he was at address, right? And this is where he is at the top. So he's increased distance between his right hip and that line. So just to say, folks, that your swing is much more rotary than it is lateral, okay? So now we start down, and this is where I think he gets in a little bit of trouble here with this transition. So he sets to the left, which is what we should do, but we need to continue to drive laterally. And when I look at tour players, I've done about a little over 100 of these videos, they move, most of them, halfway through that line at impact. So he's moving left, but now he stops going left and he starts to rotate. To me, this is not enough lateral motion. Typically, you'll see a miss to the left with this. Really just kind of bail out with the lower body. Now, this is a tough move you've got to get rid of. You've got to drive laterally. In my opinion, that's what I would work on with Ricky. And again, I said it with the Xander video. Hey, if you hit some funny shots, get onto the range, videotape your swing and see what you see. I still feel like this is the best way to learn. I use it in all my lessons. Okay, so to me, that's not enough lateral. His head goes back. That's okay. You see that with drivers. But you also notice, look at his left heel, totally airborne. So that could be a balance thing. I'm not a huge fan of that, although you see that in longer hitters. But that leg really needs to drive through the leg, in my opinion. Okay. Moving into the follow through, up on her right toe, very good swing with Ricky. Obviously, what great player. Wish him the best moving forward. And I know he's working on a swing, working with Butch Harmon, and I'm sure he'll figure it out and love to see him win a major sooner than later. Okay, thanks for being with us. Thanks for being with us. See you soon. Bye for now.